Hello to all my friends out there. And this video is just chatting over tea. And so what I have been doing, and it's been very, very awful, is deep cleaning. Tearing all of the stuff out of the cupboards, getting rid of stuff, all kinds of stuff. Every once in a while it has to be done. And unfortunately, I just did it, but I have to do it again. Okay, so I have some sugar, and this is raspberry zinger tea, and this is one of the best ones. There's no caffeine in it, and you know, you can drink it. Can you hear the watch? The watches can be so irritating. And I have a little evaporated milk, half evaporated milk, half water. So this is good tea. That's good. Anyway, so I was doing all this deep cleaning, and you know, when you do that kind of cleaning, it seems like it's a worse mess than when you first started the cleaning. And I'm nowhere near done, but I have gotten a lot done, and it's been a big fat hairy mess. Okay, so when I was cleaning, in the apartment, there was my stuff, there was my son's stuff, and so what I had was tons and tons of food. And I thought, wow, you know, this is not just counting my food. So I put it in boxes, and I thought, gee, I wonder what I can do with it. You know, last time I took it to the senior citizens. So I had it in my car for a while, and finally I decided to leave it by the dumpster here where I live, and I guess someone took it because it's gone, because I thought, well, if somebody doesn't take it, then I'll try to figure out what to do with it. But and it is good to, like, think of your neighbors and family first. So that was a good situation. So if you have like extra food, you know, you might think about, you know, setting it by your dumpster or putting a sign on it. I said this many times out here in San Diego, you can put stuff by the curb and just put free, and people just swing by and get it. So today, you know, I went to McDonald's, and I saw this guy I hadn't seen for a long time. And I said, hey, where have you been? I'm glad to see you were okay. And so he's kind of homeless, you know, at times. And he said he moved to the other side of town, and on the other side of the town, one of the churches gives you a sack lunch every day and dinner twice a week. And I thought, wow, you know, he was much better. And so, you know, just, these churches that do help out with the homeless, I would consider going to one of those churches. Here in San Diego, homelessness is a huge, huge issue. Okay, and so here's some of my watches I decided not to sell. Okay, this is a Polo watch, and I thought, wow, you know, this is really a nice watch, so we're keeping that one. And then you heard about my Elvis watch, and this Regency watch, I have tried to sell it. It's so pretty, and no one's bought it. And I thought, you know what, I am just going to keep this, you know. I would sell it if I was desperate and I needed money, but these three watches I'm going to be keeping. Okay, and oh, something good came out of this vegetarian thing. And so, you know, I want to move like in a new direction on things. You know, I try to do the year quarter by quarter every 3 months. So, okay, you know, the vegetarian thing, vegetarians, they rely on grains a lot. And, you know, really, I never really thought about grains. And I thought, well, you know, I am going to be making I'm going to be looking into grains, you know, whole grains. I don't even really know what that means. But one of the followers said she makes everything homemade, and that saves money. And I thought, you know, that is really true. The more stuff you can make homemade, the better it is for you, and the cheaper it is. And this is crazy thing. I want to show you something. This is my little picture. I just noticed this. See the hand? This is the cutest picture. There's a hand here, and then there's a hand here. This is a really bizarre picture anyway, but it is cute. I had this a couple months, and I just noticed the hands. I go, really, it's kind of creepy, you know? This is a creepy little picture in a way, but it's cute too. Okay, so now I'm going to be looking into homemade, and one of the things that's easy to make is homemade bread. Okay, now I have to confess to you what happens. Okay, you know my plants? They went bye-bye. They went to the dumpster because one fell over, and I go, oh my gosh, you know, they've been doing poorly. And I noticed it had some worms, and I just said, okay, that's it. Bye-bye plants. Okay, so I was sad, and I thought, it's like a divorce. Throw them in the dumpster and be done with it. So I did. The plants are gone. Okay, and if you remember about the crocheting, okay, I was shopping around in the thrift store, and out here, women buy yarn. Well, I had a huge, one of those laundry hampers, and I jammed all the yarn in there to try and keep it tidy. And I was in the thrift store, and here is this little old lady, and they have one lousy skein of yarn, and I go, this is ridiculous. So I donated all of my yarn, and I thought, let somebody have the yarn who's actually gonna crochet. I barely crocheted, but truthfully, I don't care for used yarn. So I donated my yarn, and now eBay. Okay, this week eBay was a misery. I had 4 issues, 3 refunds, and one sunglasses was ordered out of the U.S., which was not a big deal. But one claimed he didn't get it. Well, I had my doubts, but I have had my flowers taken by my neighbor, so you know anything can happen. And my friend was telling me that they traced their stuff and found out that the postman delivered it. And so, okay, and then I had a couple legitimate refunds, and I go, you know, this eBay thing can really be annoying. I can see why a lot of people can't stand it, but compared to complaints us hairdressers endure continuously, it wasn't bad. Okay, and then I heard about, okay, you guys know I'm into aliens. Okay, the alien thing started years and years ago because I worked on the east side of town, and a lot of people would travel out to Sedona and the desert, and they would actually spot aliens. So, you know, I have been interested, I'm not interested in contacting aliens, but anyway, so one of the things I subscribe to is Super Soldier Talk James Rink, and he was saying that his Facebook was yanked. So what happened was, I guess some of the content might have been they objected to. Although it's a very tame show, I don't know what could have happened. Or, you know, some of the music, you're not allowed to post just any music. So what happened to me, and this cracked me up, when I went to the car show, Elvis music was in the back. So all the proceeds to my advertising has to go to Elvis, which cracks me up. And I go, well, I'm his biggest fan. Oh, that's only obvious. I'm his biggest fan, so I don't mind. So you do have to be careful. Just a word of warning, because you know a lot of my followers have their own channels. Watch out yourself. And some of it too depends on your followers. I was thinking maybe his followers got him tagged. Okay, and I started this thing. Okay, what I'm doing is I go, okay, is what I'm doing successful, whatever it is? And if it is, do that and try to make it better. And if it is not successful, just totally scrap it. Just get rid of it. Although I wasn't really thinking like that as far as the plants. It's just, worms are unacceptable. Okay, and my caffeine habit is going very badly, and I've been drinking Coke, and let me tell you, I have been enjoying it too. So, I'm the typical addict of anything. It's very difficult to quit. But, I'm still working on that. And then exercising 2 hours a day. Okay, that was going very, very badly. I was working, but if I go to the mall, I don't mind walking at all. I just walk around in circles and I shop at the same time. So, okay, you guys, really, I just wanted to confess to you what I did to my plants. So, okay, God bless you all.